All right, hello and welcome everyone. I don't do videos like this very often. Well, I don't really do them at all, but for once, a company reached out that actually wants to give me something that is related to the channel, and in this case, it's a 3D printed jet engine. I just could not turn that down. So this is from Stirlingkit, so if you want to go check them out, I'll have a link in the description. But we are looking at a beautiful printed turbofan, and I guess we're just going to have to open it up and see. It's a Trent 900, and the scale is 1 to 25. So let's open it up. Oh my god, it's an unboxing experience with Spike Viper. Okay, so we open it up, and we have an assembly tutorial right out the bat. So, oh wow. Very detailed assembly tutorial. We can see all the pieces we're going to be dealing with. It is, in fact, a jet engine, so that's going to be a lot of fun. This is like a lot of things we've built in the powder toy before, so this shouldn't be too hard. I mean, in real life, it can't possibly be more complicated. And it actually does move at the end of the day, so let's go ahead and take out the pieces. I'm very curious to see the quality. It's 3D printed, and you can have a very large delta between the qualities of 3D printed pieces, but oh, it's actually shinier than I expected for 3D printed. It looks metallic even though it isn't. And the print quality is actually really good. Like, I don't see a whole lot of fraying, and the size at which they printed is actually quite small. The fins are very thin. That must have been very annoying to get the tolerances right on. They probably had a lot of failed prints before they figured that one out. You can see my 3D printer in the background over there. I have a lot of trouble with mine. Of course, we have the nice swirly so that we can see it spinning. I love those on the little nose. Is this 3D? It is actually also 3D printed. I was curious if this was like a separate piece, but no. They got like the base 3D print, and then they printed black on top of it. That's pretty cool. That's actually really neat. And then we have some of the housing here. Okay, let's take this whole thing out. I'm going to give them 10 points for USB-C, because I can see right there that it is USB-C. All right, we got a piece here. Wow, how they got the different... It's just everything fits together very, very well. Like, these were printed separately, I can tell, because they're a little jiggly, but they're super, super well done. Like, look at how thin that piece is there. That is actually incredible. Very accurate, very true to life. All right. Oh, okay, for the actual moving parts, they did actually, we got a little bit of metal in there for when it's spinning so that it doesn't get damaged. Huge fan of that. Very cool. It comes with a cable, USB A to C for actually plugging it in. I have my power over here, which we'll go ahead and use for that. It comes with your tool. We got a Phillips head, a nice little Phillips head. Actually, not a terrible quality Phillips head either. I hate it when they give you like an Allen wrench for everything. Sometimes I just want a proper screwdriver, and I'll get a kit and it'll be like, okay, here's an Allen wrench. All right, piece. We got a baggie. Oh, so to start, some parts are quite sharp during installation. Yeah. This product is equipped with a screwdriver. Yep. The impeller is fixed by the limit groove. Please make sure to install it in place. If it is loose, you can use 502 glue to fix it. Good note. Before starting the model, please rotate the large fan blades to see if they are stuck. Yeah, you don't want to break it. It is printed with PLA silk and has a certain glossiness and hardness, but it is relatively brittle. Yep. Don't drop it off a cliff. Please keep it properly after installation. The bearings are made of metal, steel, and should not be exposed to water. Yeah, don't dunk your jet engine into water, kids. That'll generally ruin them. All right. Install the compressor components. All right, so the compressor is the bit that pulls in your air and compresses it so that you can then inject your fuel mix, and then boom, you have awesome, super high efficiency propulsion, but we have to actually put it together. So let's find our piece, which is right here, which has the metal bit because it's going to be doing a lot of spinning. All right, so we've got our slightly differently sized here, and I'm assuming we want to make sure they're in the right order. There's tiny divots in this. I don't know if you can really see that for them. So let's order them by size. I think this one is just out of... Oh no, I dropped one. I knew this was going to happen. Okay, starting with the largest. I'm so afraid to screw something up. Starting with the largest, we're just going to go ahead and... I'm not actually sure how far down this is supposed to go. Looks like pretty much to the end. I don't know, that looks about right. The nice thing is because it's 3D printed, there's little grooves, so it kind of does hold. All right, and then we're gonna do another one of these. We need the protruding bit to be going out this way. There we go. Another one. Oh, there's little divots so we can see where it goes. Okay. All right. Cool. So careful not to break this. I have to be so careful. Oh, goodness gracious. I am so afraid of breaking a piece. This is the only thing about model kits and stuff. It's like, if you break a piece, I'm sure they would be nice and send me another one, but I really don't want to be the guy. I don't want them to be like, oh yeah, that Spike Viper guy, last time we sent him something, he broke it. Oh no. Okay. I did this in the right order, right? I sure hope so. I think this will get over. I think I can pop this over this. Come on. Come on, you can make it. You can make it. Okay, we did it. We actually did it. And then... this... oh no, this isn't the last... oh no, I messed up. This one's larger. I actually made a mistake. Well, we all could have seen this coming. We all could have seen this coming a mile away. Okay, we're gonna have to pop this one back off. Not too catastrophic. Also, if any brands want to send me fun things to put together on video, like, this is awesome. I will not reject being sent fun things, even if they aren't video games. This is honestly more educational than video games anyways. Okay. Here we go. Pop this one on. Come on. There we go. There we go. They call me Spike Viper. Spike for my ability to put spikes onto cylindrical objects. Okay, that looks excellent. We did a very good job of getting those on. Very good job, everyone. Give yourself a round of applause. Now I think I have to put the end cap on, install the 6th low pressure turbine, look to the left, pay attention to the direction. Yeah, it's gonna be this right here. It's got a little cap on it. There's also a nub on it. There is a nub. You can kind of see it here. So I'm assuming there's probably something to line it up with. Yes, there is a nub to line it up with. And so we're gonna get the nub, gonna align it with nub. And that goes, I guess we just keep pushing until it's flush. All right. All right, we have pushed it. Just flush, and we did it! Our first piece! Look at that! Okay, so then we have high pressure turbine components. These ones we'll make sure are in order of size. Wow, they're very much not. So let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, now they are in order of size. The first two from right to left. So you gotta read carefully. Okay, so the first two go from right to left. So that's gonna be these two. So this one first. Is there a bump on this? Nope, not really. So just Come on, baby. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, I'm not in the middle of the camera. I apologize. I apologize heavily. I have to be kind of to the left for it to be in front of the camera. And then we're going to do this piece. Oh, look at that. Excellent. Okay, now this piece is going to be very similar. Pop it on. Awesome. Awesome, 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 blossom. Looks excellent. All right, and now these pieces we want to make sure are facing correctly. That's the bigger one. That's the smaller one, and they're gonna pop on from the back. Okay. You know what? I'm sure everyone thought that this was going to be a disaster, but overall, Spike Viper, very capable, incredible engineer. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing people say. They're saying Spike Viper, the best engineer, the greatest engineer. And these friends are going to go together. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Getting a little bit too excited here. And then these are going to go together into the housing. Push the prominent blue part back into the limit slot carefully to prevent lagging. That is a lot of words. Let's go ahead and see how this works. Okay, so we got big boy housing. I don't see the blue piece it's talking about. Prominent blue part. Okay, well, let's just hope that my distances are good enough that it's actually gonna... Oh, push it back. It kind of curves around, so yeah, this is gonna be a little challenging actually. The bottom part seems to align very well. This is... Oh! 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 Oh, I just had to push a little bit harder. Okay. Okay. Well then, look at that. Everything just slotted right into place. Oh, very good. I don't know what the prominent blue part is it was talking about. I don't see any prominent blue parts, but that definitely looks good. And it looks like my distances on these actually were like perfect because they're all lining up in about the middle. Okay, very cool. All right. Next, install the large bearing into the air inlet. Okay, so we've got our air inlet right here. Very cool. This is literally like the size of, this is not a like tiny model. It's pretty substantial in size, which is awesome. I thought it was going to be like tiny, and then I got the box and I was like, oh, it's actually quite large. All right, so we got this, and we need the large bearing. So I do have two bearings here. They both look the same size, but I think the one on the right might be a tiny bit larger, so we're going for it. Ooh, high quality bag. Some thick plastic. You're gonna be like, did he really rate the bag we put in? Yes. Yes, I did. You'll have to deal with it. Okay, yeah, that snapped right in. Snapped right in. Yeah, the tolerances on these pieces are just excellent for 3D printing. No issues. Oh, I have this upside down. I have this upside down, which would make more sense. Yes. Okay, so this goes like this. So basically, I think what the instructions are saying is, hey, make sure that you don't over tighten one screw. Get them all in there first. All right, screwdriver. Wow, this is just so cool. It's so cool. I can even give you a little bit of a zoom on there. Wow, the 3D printed screw holes actually work pretty well. Okay, cool. So I'm not going to fully tighten these, and I'm also going to... Oh, what? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's what it's saying. It's saying that this one shouldn't be filled. That one should just be skipped. Oh, so that is mistake number 2. Mistake number 2 by Spike Viper. Great. I'm never going to be hired for aircraft engine building now. 2 mistakes. 2 mistakes too many. Although, if you look at Boeing lately, maybe they'll be fine. Wow. 25 minutes already, and I'm having just a grand old time. So if you're looking to get a kit like this, it's not like a 5-minute you're gonna get bored thing. It's kind of an experience. You're doing something cool with your hands. I'm gonna probably prominently display this in my office. My very large garage turned into an office for my fledgling software corporation. I don't want to tighten too much though, because we are just dealing with plastic, so I'm gonna finger tighten to about the point where it becomes a little challenging. You know, I'm extremely strong, so I have to limit my own strength to make sure the entire thing doesn't explode. Minor sarcasm there. But come on. You may think, Spike, how do you keep missing this stuff? It's because the camera is like in front of what I'm doing, so I can't actually see what I'm doing. I have to look through the camera, and that makes depth perception a little challenging. Alright, there we go. And I have terrible vision, so it's just, it is quite the combination. It's gonna pull the air in from the front, and we have to, oh my goodness, that's a lot of screws. They really said all the screw, I guess there's a lot of screw holes, but actually you're only doing 4, so you kind of choose. Screws need to be tightened, otherwise the fan blades will shake. Well, that does make sense. That does make sense. But as I've said like 87 times already, and I'm sure the company will be very glad to hear, this is like really high quality. Like the tolerances and stuff are great. I'm not really concerned about pieces not fitting together. They've got it. They've got something down here. This is really, really good stuff. And I will only ever make videos on products and stuff that I would use myself. I don't like wasteful products and stuff. Okay, so now we got insert the fan blades and shaft into the air intake housing and press firmly into place. Firmly. Assembled. Whee! Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Absolutely awesome. Alright, what's next? What is next? I'm curious where the other bearing is going to come in. Alright. Insert the rotating component hexagon into the corresponding position on the high voltage shaft. If it's difficult, the components can be cut. Nah, we're not gonna do any cutting. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Fine, probably. Okay, so we got this hexagon here, and we got this hexagon here, and difficult. Oh, I'm right in. Actually, no, I was gonna say maybe a little too loose, but nope, it's fine. It's gripping. That was the least difficult thing I've ever done in my life. I like the one place where they're like, oh, this might be difficult is like the easiest thing ever. That's really funny. Like this was difficult. This difficult. This no, not difficult at all. Took 2 seconds. Look at that. Look at that quality. Quality. Okay. All right. I keep saying quality. You guys are gonna think I was paid for this. All right. Install the small hexagonal transmission component into the motor output shaft. Is that this? Probably. Yeah, and then it has. Okay, yeah. That. And there. Cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right. Next up, we have install the large bearing. Okay. You need to have your bearings for this. Get it? That was a good one. Oh, that was easy. That was almost too okay. Got it. Looks good. Looks good, everyone. Does it push into it like at all? No, just kind of floats there. That's fine. That's fine. Oh no, we broke it. Okay, there we go. All right, maybe I should focus more on doing a good job. But it's about entertaining. You know, I'm an entertainer. I gotta make it entertaining. This is getting very tall and actually hard to record because of how tall it's getting. Like I said, it's not a tiny model. It's actually a pretty fair size. Which makes me think that the price, I don't remember what the price was. I think it's like, I'm not gonna guess because I may get it really wrong, but I do know that whatever the price was, I thought it was going to be much smaller, and I am pleasantly surprised with how much you get. How much you get for the cost. Like I said, there's a lot that goes into getting the 3D printing and stuff down this clean. This is so clean. There we go. Okay, much better. You're like, Spike, nobody ever would have noticed those gaps, but I would have. I would have noticed it. Has to be done perfectly. Has to. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Well, of course we need the little cone. What would we do without the little cone? Oh, yeah! We got the little cone. That is the most important part of the whole thing. Oh, and the motor is definitely in the back. I can feel it. That is a sexy turbine. That is so cool. That is so cool. Okay. Spike Viper's so cool is really fangirling right now over this whole thing. Oh, and that's genius. So these little metal pieces are actually the electrical contacts, and there are corresponding here plates that touch. Oh my god, that is so smart. I was wondering how the battery worked, and that makes a lot of sense. And there's holes so that you can change the angle. You can, oh, that is so cool. Okay, so there's 2 holes, so you can actually have it angled either way, depending on, I guess, your preference. You can have it angled like this, or you can have it angled up a little bit more. Let me get that. Yeah, that's there. And because the electrical contacts are how they are, it won't get annoyed. And then, is this a thrust? No. No way, it's a little thruster. Yo! Oh my god, that is so cool. Wow. The glow and everything. Oh man, okay, let me take my phone out of this harness so that I can actually just get some good shots of this. Oh man, that is so good! That is so cool. Everything about this is so cool. You got your air that's gonna come in. We're getting it all beautifully compressed. We have our fuel that's injected, and then big baboomy. We have our very beautiful exhaust here. Oh man, that is so cool. And it's rechargeable, USB-C. And the funny thing is, it actually, because the blades and stuff are real and they're actually shaped, I can actually feel air being blown behind it. Like, it actually does displace a bit of air. If only we could have the other half to close it up and make it into a real engine. Oh, you can kind of see my wobbly work here. You can see this one wobbles a tiny bit. Actually, it's that's gonna drive me insane now. I'm just no! I knocked the entire thing down. What am I, Linus? Okay, wow. Good thing that wasn't on camera though. Good thing you didn't see my failure. All right, guys. I think this has just been like super cool, like super cool. So I really appreciate you being here, watching, and experiencing this with me. I'm super thankful to Stirlingkit for sending this over. Like, this is one of the coolest, actually, I'm just gonna say straight up, this is the coolest thing a company has sent me to date for the channel, and it relates to the topic. That's the thing, like, we build these in the powder toy, we play around with physics, pressure, and temperature all the time, so having something like this for the channel is just so cool. Alright, thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Do your Vooperian duty, because this has been pretty nuts. That was a good one. That was a really good one. I'm very proud of that. Bye! Join Valor.gg